Lake and Orono are now Minnesota's new $1 million cities. They join a couple other smaller towns where the average price is at least $1 million. We got a video we're going to pop up here. I want to hear your thoughts on this development.
They are highly localized.
Minnesota has two new $1 million cities where the median price is now 7 figures. Derek James looks at why it matters and what it means for all homeowners, buyers, and sellers.
See, it's a nice, quiet area, and having the lake, right nearby it's a bonus.
Steve Lovell has lived in Medicine Lake for 25 years. We asked him to guess how much the average home value is in his community.
It's probably gotten up to probably 700-800. I'm guessing.
What if I told you it's a little over $1 million?
Ooh, that's the average? Ay.
While Lovell is surprised to hear that Medicine Lake is a new member of Zillow's $1 million cities list, longtime realtor Paul Larson isn't.
10 minutes from the Twin Stadium here, 15, 20 minutes to the airport, and yet you have a dock on the lake, west-facing sunsets, good fishing, good swimming here. Fabulous location.
Medicine Lake and Orono join Minnetonka Beach, Woodland, Greenwood, and Sunfish Lake among the cities with an average value in the 7 figures, a large concentration in the West Metro. Zillow reports an average Medicine Lake home value of just over $1,071,000, while Orono's is approximately $1,043,000. Larson says it comes down to low inventory, suburban demand, and the strength and diversity of our local economy.
In the Twin Cities, the work ethic and the jobs here are so tremendous that we have a little bit of immunity to the national economic woes that might happen.
As for this new $1.5 million listing in Medicine Lake,
I'm hoping it'll be sold within 30 days.
So one other thing, guys, that I found interesting in all of this is that about 1/3 of all real estate transactions in the Twin Cities Metro right now are cash. Deep-pocketed buyers who may have previously used financing when those rates were really low, 2.5%, 3%, well, now they're paying cash. And that obviously makes it harder.
Not so sure about this.
You know what I was going to, so I had some, of course, I'm always cooking in my, there's always something going on. And I was watching. So number one, I saw that $1.5 million listing it said lake access and dock. It wasn't on the lake. So, okay. And I've sold houses on Medicine Lake before. And what happens is there's a more consistent concentration of nice houses, but you get out to Minnetonka and there's teardowns that are, let's say 800,000. And then there's houses like Marty Davis's that's $150 million house or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so there's way more expensive homes on Minnetonka and Pryor, and then there is on Medicine, but it's a law of averages. Would you not agree, Chris?
Yeah, I think that's very interesting. The whole thing is interesting to me. I was kind of, while you were talking, I just went on MLS and this is how many listings have closed in Medicine Lake in the last 6 months. That many. That's 2. And there were 750 and 875. So I'm not so sure. I'm going to go back a little more.
And of course, they were referencing, in all fairness, they were referencing my best friend, the click it so they can sell your name, Willow. And again,
yeah,
as a reference, as a source. And so, no offense to that reporter, but it blows his credibility when he does that. He should really be going to the MLS, talking to someone like Chris Rooney, who actually is on the MLS, knows what's actually selling, because to make a statement like that, now you're going to have every, who out there trying to sell their house for over $1 million. And that's not reality. This is a problem with the internet, right? People start to believe it because it's there, and it's not necessarily always true. And I believe a lot of these reporters are looking for articles or things to talk about on, they're hungry for information. They're hungry for controversy. And this just would stir the pot enough to get your attention. So
yeah, I think all of those, number one, you don't have a lot of sales in each of those. They're all typically pretty small places, like Minnetonka Beach, Woodland, and Greenwood are very little areas within Minnetonka, Wayzata area. Sunfish Lake is a very interesting spot. I've sold a few of them over there, and it's kind of this spot that it's right by Mendota Heights and stuff, and it's right on the way to St. Paul. But it's really there is a lake there, Sunfish Lake, and there's a lot of houses that are around that, but it's not huge, but every house is over $1 million. So
Sure.
it's obviously that's how you get over that. I will do just because we're live and we're doing this, Andy.
Yeah.
I just pulled up. I'm gonna pull up Minnetonka Beach too,
Should I
and
make a keyboard sound?
yep. And I'm just gonna do for the last 365 days. So that's 5 cities: Medicine Lake, Woodland, Orono, Sunfish Lake, and Minnetonka Beach. How many in 1 year? How many solds do you think there are total?
107.
170.
Oh,
170 homes sold, and I don't. Let's see if we can get. There's some small stuff in Orono, but when you get to Orono is like the biggest one, and so you got some small stuff in Orono, but then you got a lot of really large stuff.
Yeah.
There's one in Orono that sold for $7.5 million. So
well, and Orono is kind of a cool city too. So even when it's not on the water, there's really nice acreage estate opportunities out there as well. So it's a really a plethora of values, if you will. But this was concentrating on lakefront property. And I mean, you can look at lakefront up in some of the other smaller lakes around the Twin Cities, and it's hard to get on a lake for under 750. And you know what I'm saying? Unless it's a tear down or whatever, and then you're spending $500,000 usually on a tear down.
Andy, if you take out Orono, so Medicine Lake, Minnetonka Beach, Sunfish Lake, and Woodland, 26 sales, 26 in all of within the last year.
My goodness.
Yeah. So then everything averages, well over $1 million. So,
I think you should send a stern email to the radio or to the TV station that ran that, and you tell them what's real.
They might not be wrong here.
Well, in all fairness, back to them,
Just not many houses sell in those
they went
areas.
on Zillow, and they said Zillow says the average value is, and Zillow isn't necessarily, we don't go there for the accuracy, we go there for entertainment. So,
Oh no, here we go, Nick. Watch out. You're gonna have to do some manipulating of this video again so Andy doesn't get in trouble.
I've already took my meds this morning, so I'm calm. So I'm not gonna spaz out. I'm not gonna lose.
Mm-hmm.
I will if you want.
All right, Andy, like you said, it's best not get your news about real estate from the TV or the Zillows, but talk to a local agent who's an expert in the area. So I think Chris has some expertise in Lake Home.
Dreaming of a lakeside retreat? Here's why Minnesota is your paradise waiting to be discovered. Investment value. Lakeside properties in Minnesota are not just homes, they're valuable investments. Lifestyle upgrade. Imagine waking up to serene lake views, fishing at dawn, or boating under the sunset. Rental potential. Seasonal fluctuations mean you can earn rental income when you're not using the property. Proximity to urban centers. Enjoy the tranquility of nature without sacrificing the conveniences of city life. And variety. From cozy cabins to sprawling lake homes, there's a property for every taste and budget. Ready to dive in? Chris Rudy Home Experts will help you navigate these waters. Your dream lake home awaits.
You sell a lot of properties. You just walk around with a sold stamp.
Just cha-ching, ding.
You go to a listing presentation and go, "Are you ready?" Right on their forehead. Sold.
Did you think that voice was kind of sultry?
I think I heard that on a 1-900 number back in the day.
Dang.
I don't remember which one.
Hey, I read to a bunch of ladies. I read 50 Shades of Grey. I was reading it. Yeah, they kept making. I just was going to do like one paragraph, and I did like 3 pages. It was hilarious. So, anyways,
I don't know about that, but
I do enjoy the lake, and I tell you, I was talking with a client already today, and we were talking about the nuances of lake and how to price them and what you're looking for and what you would maybe look at on another property off the lake versus on the lake could give on the lake a really great value where it wouldn't even help the other one. So you really got to kind of know it to be able to sell it. And when I say sell it, to be able to get your client the top dollar that they should be getting based on how you present it to the marketplace.
So do you think it's wrong when I have a property that's 2 blocks off the lake and I say house with mysterious lake view? You're like, where's the lake?
Yeah.
But it adds value.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you go on your roof and you look over, you can see it.
If you had a tower in your yard,
that's a lake view.
Pretty much.
Who doesn't clean the top of their roof off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah. Totally.
Hey guys, before we did houses for under $150,000, and then we did houses over 10 million. Now I'm gonna go in that sweet spot about 400,000. Let's see if we can find some deals. I'm gonna pop up your favorite website here, Zillow.